Hello. Hello. I'm coming at you today from our Pamphill store. I'm sure many of you have been in to visit, but I thought this would be a good new location for you, and I can show you around the store in a bit. But today I'm going to catch up again about the fireworks, because it's really now that we need to implement those changes in your dog's home that you can help them with the fireworks situation. So do you have a dog that's reactive to fireworks? Some dogs do not mind, but majority of dogs tend to develop a firework thing when they're a bit older, potentially. They look at, it's quite unexplainable, isn't it? Something going off in the sky. And so we just need to do whatever we can to keep our dogs and our cats happy and safe, actually, because cats can react to them and they can get scared. So realistically, to help your dog to prevent reactions with fireworks, you can help them by starting now. We're looking at putting measures in place to be able to help your pet. And I'm just going to get Adam to serve. Ad, can you serve? I'll do the video. Is that okay? Can you serve this lady? I'll just do the video.
Oh, cool.
So if your dog isn't keen on fireworks, this is a few tips to help you to help them. Creating a nice environment for them at home, one that they feel safe in and happy in. Think about taking them for walks earlier in the day so the fireworks aren't going off whilst you're out on a walk. Having something nice to chew at home, something along the lines of a pig's nose potentially, something a bit harder, or maybe even a yak chew. They're really hard and they can last a little while. Something along those lines to keep them chewing. So chewing releases endorphins, so a nice chew to have at home, or something to keep them busy. So you've got a Kong, you could stuff the Kong with some food and some treats, and that will keep them busy as well. So you've been out for a nice early walk, you've fed them, and they've got something to keep them busy. What else you can do in your home is you can use the time in this period of time using things like YouTube, finding videos of fireworks going off and have it on in the background quite quietly so that your dog becomes used to the noises going off. Some dogs this works for and some dogs this doesn't, but it's worth a try now to see if you can help your dog. Okay? Think about the environment you've got for your pet. It might need you to be at home. So firework displays locally, you might need to be home for that. Nice, quiet. Hello? You right?
Yeah, good. Please.
Yes.
See video.
Yeah. Nice, quiet environment, maybe with the telly on so that you can block out any noises from outside. That's always a good idea. And then you can use things in their environment. So you can use a crate and cover it with a blanket. Nice toys in there, and then you can use the valerian products in the home. So you've got the Pet Remedy plug-in. They've got refills for these, and this is a herbal product that you plug in at home. It's not pheromones, it is a herbal product. There's a lovely little plug in there. You plug it's lovely, nicely wrapped, look. You plug this in to your home, and then you've got this here. This is the diffuser, and that emits the herbs into the environment. That can be really useful for cats as well. So it does smell when you have them on at home. We've used them in the past. They do smell slightly herbally. It's not unpleasant, and the animals aren't bothered by it. They don't mind it at all. And it smells exactly the same as the spray. So this is the Pet Remedy spray. There's a combination here that you can use a spray, you can use the wipes, and you can use the plug-in. There's a party pack that has all of those in. So if you want one thing, that's really handy because I've got all of it for you. A little spray for the handbag or for the door or near the pet bed. And these are quite cool as well. So these wipes, you can put it onto a bandana. Some people do that, and Pet Remedy do a bandana. But you can also use these wipes if you just want one at a time. You take them out and you can wipe them in your dog's environment. And then when you've finished wiping the area, You can tuck this into the dog's collar, as long as you know your dog's not going to be able to eat it. But that wipe can go in the collar, and then they're going to get the Pet Remedy benefits from that. So those are sort of things that you can use in their environment. There are things you can use inside your pet as well. So we've got topicals and herbals that your dog can take or your cat can take. You can put them on their food. Okay. Do you need a hand? Are you okay?
Sorry, yeah. I just need to give you a letter quick, and then that's it. It's just about some mashed eyebrow work that's happening.
Thank you very much. Okay. So yeah, real life. This is a working shop on a busy site. So that was just National Trust coming in. So these are Dorwest Skullcap and Valerian tablets. You get these in packs of 2. These are something that your dog will take with their food, and at this time and period you use these and you maybe dose them up a little bit more, so you can double dose on these for a week or so. And you need to start these now, get them into the system so that they're actually working before the fireworks are actually live. So you've got these, and you can use the valerian compound as well. That's a bit more of an instant fix. That works almost straight away because it works on them, but this is longer lasting and it's dosing, so it stays in their system. So that's an instant fix. That's the valerian compound, and that's a dropper bottle in a glass bottle. That's just valerian in that one, but this is skullcap and valerian, so there's a mixture of valerian root and mistletoe and things in there for them to have, and that will help to chill them out and calm them down. So you can use that in there with their food. So if your dog's happy to take a tablet, you can crush it down and put it in the food as well. I think it could be quite bitter if you do that, so make sure you mix it in well with their food. And Phytopet. So this is a great product. This is made in Wales by a lovely company called Phytopet, and this is the Calm Extra, and this is probably the best as far as economical wise. This is $6.99 for this small bottle of 30 ml, and this is a dropper bottle as well. And then you drop that into their food. You can even put it in their water if you want to. And this is valerian. So valerian, passion flower, various things in there that your dog is safe to have. And you can even use that for cats as well. So you can give it to large dogs, medium dogs, small dogs, cats, and that will work for them too. So this is quite a good thing to maybe have. If your dog or cat won't take this in, you can also use this in the environment, so they can just absorb it a bit like we do with the spray. So they do a bigger bottle of the spray as well, the bigger one. So that's all about doing things you can and actual products that should help your dog calm down. The other thing you can do would be introduce like the chewy bones, like the recreational bones, a nice tasty chew, or create an enrichment box for them like we did the other day. Roll up little pieces of treat in some paper, put that in a cardboard box and let them snuffle through it. So that's a really good way of keeping them busy. You've got things like the pâtés you can put into treats, like a Kong again, you can stuff that in there. But yeah, helping your dog relax by creating things for them is a really nice way of looking after them. Chewing releases endorphins. So if you're a raw feeder, you'll be well aware that the dogs really enjoy chewing meat bones. Probably the hardest bone we've got is the recreational bone, which is part of the marrow bone, but it's the hard end part. That's a good big meaty bone, really big. They can't swallow it. And then once the meat's been eaten on it, you can take it away. But some people will put something back on it again just to get the dog chewing it again. But ideally, you bin that one. Restuff a marrow bone. So you use a marrow bone a couple of times by restuffing it, and you can use anything to restuff it. Even if you don't feed a raw diet, you can use some soaked down food that you've got fresh food, or you've got some raw you can put in there, put it back in the freezer, and then your dog will have to work harder to get it out, and it will keep them occupied for longer, and they'll chew on the bone. What about something like carcasses for a small dog? So if you've got chicken carcasses, they're really good and meaty, so you can use them as well as having a chew, but it's good for a meal also. And then same with things like the lamb ribs. They're also a nice meaty bony meal, but they will chew and eat the majority of it. There's fat on there, there's meat, there's bones. They're going to get lots of goodness from it, but also they're going to get that release of endorphins again, because chewing helps them to chill out. Sniffing. When you're out for a walk before fireworks come on, then let them have a nice interactive walk with the environment. Let them sniff the area that they're in and engage with what's going on around them. Sniffing's really good, gets the brain going. Once or twice a week, allowing them to have a nice relaxing walk where they can really just have a sniff and a mooch, and we're not on a mission to get somewhere, is really good for them, really good for their brain. I know we tend to go, come along, let's go, but there's so many smells out there that tell the dogs so much information that they really enjoy spending the time sniffing and having a look around. So if you've got the time and the opportunity, then let your dog do that, because they will really benefit from it. Snuffle mats, you can do it at home as well. So you can create a situation at home using a snuffle mat, or like the snuffle box with the treat. You don't have to spend money on something. You can use what you've got at home already, roll it up in a towel, but creating and engaging something for them to play with and snuffle through gets their brains thinking about that and not what's going on outside. Licking is also something that helps to release stress. So if you've got a licky mat, now might be the time to top up your pastes or your pates or your peanut butters or yogurts, whatever it is that you use on those, because licking helps to chill them out. And we sell loads of licky mats. People really like them. They've got the keepers as well, where you can put the licky mat in to stop them from moving around the floor. And you've also got different shaped bowls and mandalas. There's a wave bowl, and you've got the licky mat that's a bowl UFO, and it sticks on the glass or on a hard surface like a tiled floor, and then they can lick from it and it doesn't move around all over the floor. You can stick it on the side of the bath as well, if you are going to be giving them a bath. That's also quite a good tip. So yes, after your dog's eaten a bone or had something stimulating like that, something enriching for their brain, then they will rest a bit better, hopefully. So they should go off, they should relax and just process what they've been up to, and hopefully then that will also help them to not worry about what's going on outside. They've got that distraction of a thing to do. But then I know that some dogs get incredibly stressed and they can't concentrate on anything else, and they get very worried about fireworks. So you have to do what's best for your pet and in your environment. So yeah, a big bone that they're not used to eating, have to think about how to eat it. They don't know how to get their mouth around it. The first time they've had something like maybe one of the big rack of ribs, they're like, well, what do we do with that? And their brain, next time they have it, they know what they're doing again. So something along those lines to keep their brains occupied is a really good idea. So all of this is a mental stimulation, in the fact of you're going to keep them thinking, keep them doing something to distract them from whatever's going on outside that's upsetting them. So walking earlier in the day, so you might have to break your routine if you walk in the evening, but if you can get into a routine from now to stop them from reacting, that's a really good idea. So if you've got the opportunity, maybe you do a morning walk instead, or a longer walk in the morning and a shorter walk in the evening before it gets dark. It's getting dark quite early again now, and it's dark when we get up, so yeah, the nights are definitely drawing in, so you have to do whatever's safe for you. But a raw diet will also help. So if you're considering a raw diet, they can help to chill the animal out. They are generally less bouncy, potentially not bouncy, like lose their bounce. I don't mean it like that. I just mean that they're calmer and less all the time. They get the chance to chill out. So feeding a raw diet helps their tummies to relax, so it lets their body sort of slow down and their whole system can just relax, process their food, and actually hopefully give their brains a bit of a break when you want them to sleep. So yeah, keeping them happy, keeping them safe, that's the main thing with the fireworks, really. It's there's different ways that animals and people react to things. So yeah, it's important for humans and pets to make sure that if they're feeling unsettled, that we can do whatever we can to keep them chilled out and make them feel better. So if you've got a dog or a cat that doesn't like the fireworks, don't put them in the garden when they're going off. Obviously, that seems obvious. If you're able to get your cat in, then tempt them in with some nice treats, feed them a bit later, or feed them when they come in, and then maybe shut the cat flap until later on when the fireworks are finished. Or if you can keep them in all night, then that's brilliant, because they can get spooked by the fireworks. Fudge will probably do pretty much anything for this mouse. He loves it. It's his favourite thing in the world. He goes and finds this and brings it out of his toy box just so that he can cuddle it and play with it. So although not many cats would be interested in have a favourite toy, I can recommend this catnip mouse because it seems to be really potent and he really likes it. So it gives him lots of exercise around the home because he's playing with it all the time, and he gets quite excited with it, but then he also chills out afterwards and have a really good sleep. So, but cats do not really need encouragement to sleep, and they do like to go out at night, don't they? So do what you can for your own home environment, but I do recommend this one, and it is Fudge's favourite. If you have a look through our videos, you'll see him with this quite a lot because he does indeed love it. He loves this more than the sack. They do the sack as well, and a fish. This is his absolute favourite. Maybe he just likes blue. I know they can't see blue. Okay, so just a few simple ideas to do at home that are just free. You don't have to spend any money, but create a nice cozy den at home. If there are fireworks going on, your dog shouldn't really be outside. Naturally, they want to come in, so create a nice cozy den where they're nice and protected and they feel safe. If you create a comfortable, quiet, dark space, that will also help them to relax. But also you might want to have the telly on to keep them distracted. So it depends on your pet and you know how they are. A nice enriching meal is a really good way of relaxing your pet. Let them chew the meat, chew the bone, and enjoy it. So you could use like the licky mats to eat the meal off. You can create a meal within something like a hoof if you've got a smaller dog, or restuff a marrowbone. That's nice and enriching. If you put it in the freezer again, they have to work even harder to eat it. So that's quite good because it's got to get their brains going. That's what we're thinking about here. We're thinking about things that can get their brains going so that they relax later on. So you can turn up the TV and radio when you're home. Stay at home with your pets if you're able to whilst the fireworks are going off, because that helps to reassure them that they're not alone and that they're safe. One thing, we might like to go and watch the fireworks, but if you close your blinds and draw the curtains, all those things tend to help drown out the noise from outside. Putting the television on so they can't hear it anymore, that's also a great idea. And then make sure they've exercised during the day. So get them out there earlier if you can. Get them out to exercise and get them busy, sniffing, enrichment in the garden. Gentleman came in today, really good idea. One of the things he does with his puppy, so she's not getting a ridiculous amount of walks yet because she's only little, he takes the sprats. Actually, with this one he chooses the dried sprats, and then these guys, he chops each sprat into about 10 pieces, and then he puts the dog away so she can't see where he's hidden it, which I thought was really cute. And then he takes these and he sprinkles them all around the garden and chopped up little tiny pieces of fish. And she's out there for ages, really busy looking for that fish, but not necessarily out getting loads of walks, lengthy walks. She's getting walks in, and her brain's got to find them. And she finds all the fish, and there's loads of bits in the garden, and she goes out and finds them. Hello. So that's a good idea, and you can do that with any of the treats really, but he said that she really does it well with the dried sprats. So because he didn't want the sprats in the house because they're small, smelly, he does those out in the garden, and he used the little pieces of the dried meat in the house. So you can do it in the house as well, as long as you know your dog's not going to destroy the house looking for it. So yeah, a tired dog will rest, and exercise releases endorphins as well as chewing. So adding a few extra miles to your dog's walk during the fireworks season, earlier in the day when the fireworks are not going off, is a really good idea as well. So that's really it as far as that goes. Enrichment, you want to do early dog walks if you can, using products that will keep your pet enriched and busy. Think about using items such as this. You've got the Pet Remedy, releases valerian into the air, and that actually helps with all mammals. So you can use that if you've got stressed out cats or gerbils. That will work in your home environment, even helps the husband. So yeah, this is a great product, helps everybody to chill out. And then if you're able to start it now, this in as a topical that your dog, a medicine that they take, that's a really good product, but you need to start it now and get it into their system, so it needs to be in their system straight away. That's about it today. Hopefully you found that useful. We'll break that down for you in a blog anyway, so you can reread it later on. All of these products are available on our website generally, and if not, give us a call and we will find it for you. Would you like to have a little look around the store here today? So I can do that now. I'm going to take you on a walk around the store. So moving you now. So this is our Pamphill store, and it's basically a barn, but it's a very lovely barn on a lovely site. So this is the dairy. We've got picture framers on site here. There's a craft barn, and there's also a like a haberdashery selling fabrics, that sort of thing. We've got the Nest over there next to the takeaway. The Nest sells nice things for your home and nice things for you. And then there's also a lovely butcher's on site using all the local estates meats with the butchery. And then you've got a farm shop and a cafe on site here as well. So it's quite a nice space to come out to during the weekend. We're also here all weekend, so this store is open on a Sunday. So as you walk in, you're faced with our current Halloween setup. This one here, which is quite nice. You can put your dog in the frame. We're not charging it. You can use this for free. It's sat outside the shop, so you can use it without being interrupted. You can see it very well. So let me just move that there. Okay, and it's quite nice, natural looking, bit of fun outside the store. So anyone's welcome to bring their children or their dogs, and you can use that for free. We've got a few of the Halloween toys left, but not many. Then we've got a few interactive products as well. So there's a slow feeder plate with snuffle mat there. As you come into the store, I'll walk backwards on the screen. You've got treats on the left-hand side as you walk in, and some pick and mix items here on the left. And we've got all of our treats in one place, so you can find them nice and easily. We've got the till on the right, just there, which is where I stood before. And then we've got freezers starting here. So this is one of the little freezers we've got. And then you go into this room here, which is all freezers. So we've got minces, and we've got some of the Nature's Menu. We've got big freezers here, which Adam's just expertly cleaned. So full of minces, all ready, and we've got another order coming, so it'll be absolutely chock-a-block. We've got a few dry products that we get in for people, because this was a pet shop originally, so we do honour that when people order those in. We've got the Nature's Menu complete freeze-dried raw, and we've got some cold pressed products, and then we've got this stand here with lots of the topicals on, like we've been talking about. We've got Billy No Mates, we've got bone broth, we've got the Pet Remedy, Smart Bath, and then we've got a few other for the Door West products here. Okay, got the Lucillin at the top. That's a really good product to have in your first aid kit. You can use it on yourself, you can use it on the pets, children. Great for Gray's knees when they come off their bikes. Door West, and then we've got Fighter Pet, and then we've got some lovely shampoos here, which are the Serendipity Herbals. And they smell amazing, by the way. Sorry, I dropped you. The Serendipity Herbals smell amazing. They're really lovely shampoos, and they're value for money, because if you use them and put them into water, you'll make them go further. So I like them, they're really nice. And then freezers, so we've got chicken in this one here. We've got our fish and fish mixes. We've got beef, we've got lamb, and we've got some bones as well. So we've got drumsticks, chicken hearts, lamb hearts, our wings. We've got stuffed trachea. We've got marrow bones as well, and beef tripe chunks. And then we've got riblets in store. We've run out online, but we have got some left in store, the riblets. So yeah, this is this store here. These are full of bones and chicken. And then we've got the other part of the store, more petish. So we've got a little cat section just here, and then we've got small animal, so hay and straw, rabbit food. We've got a lovely Neptune's yard display, and then up here we've got the wild bird. So we've got lots of scoops of things that you can pick up. So we've got it loose, so you can choose what you want. We do the stacks of wild bird food as well. We just started to put some of these Christmas toys out because Christmas is coming. It feels too early, but we needed to get them out because people are already asking. Orbilock lights, these are amazing. Really good. They've got a guarantee on them as well. If any issues, they always sort them out. I've only had one returned in 3 years since we've had them. Some of the harnesses and leads. Token gesture for those. These beaver harnesses are quite nice and soft. We've got the Kong and some toys as well. The toys up there. We've got a lovely range of Biko toys and everyone's favourite Chuck It. So we haven't got the Chuck It anywhere else. We've got that here though. People love the Chuck It toys. There's some grooming products down here as well. So we have got a bit of everything in this store. Certainly got more variety and more options than the other stores that we've got because we've got a bit more space here. And as this is originally a pet shop, people do expect it. But that's the store as well. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today. Please move my box. Have a great weekend, and I will do some more videos and we'll catch up again soon. Thank you. Goodbye.